Welcome back, guys. Today we'll be working on Project Daily, the 04 STI, but I already done some work on the Forester. And you can probably guess what we're doing to the STI. We're going to be pulling the seats because we're going to be doing a really good cleaning of both cars, but the STI is the one I want to focus on as it is the show car. I'm just getting the Forester ready and cleaned up from the previous owner. The main thing you want to do, especially in these newer cars that have airbags, is disconnect the battery before you pull the seats. I did that in the Forester too because it is got airbags right in this rest right here on these seats. And actually when you're driving, they don't want you to put your arms outside the window or here. So let's disconnect that battery and then get to pulling the seats. Now that we got the battery undone, we can start taking out the seats. Another reason I didn't record the Forester, but I'm recording this, is the Forester's bolts were in perfect condition. There's only two that were a little bit rusted, and they had no troubles getting out. This car, on the other hand, all of the mounting hardware is completely rusted out. And actually, I was trying to tighten one a while ago, and I sheared it right off. So it's gonna make for an interesting video. Also, seats aren't a really hard thing to do, but actually I did find the seats on the Forester, the fold down ones, a little hard. So maybe I'll just make a little part of a video and reinstalling those so some of you that do have those Forester seats can understand how to take them in and out. Also, when you disconnect the battery, it's recommended that you just apply the brakes so it drains any of the last little bits of power in the system so the airbags don't freak out. But there we go, we're all good. Now here's the sheared bolt. There is no bolt here and it's extremely rusty. We'll be cleaning these up before we put them on. But there's the other one, and as you see, it's rusty too. So the chances of this shearing off are pretty likely. Now in the rear we have two little trim pieces here, and then we have one on the other side. This one you can just pull off. This one has a little piece in the back that you push down and then it comes out after. It's really hard to see in that clip, but these are the little things that protect the back of the seat, and they've got these little pieces right here where my finger is, and you have to push them in to get them out. And I found that out when I was working on the Forester because I actually broke one of them off. So I'm just going to end up super gluing them, but they're all the same because the seats, well, the car is the same year as the Forester, so everything's pretty much the same. So if you watch this, you can take out the Forester. The only thing is the Forester has a different bracket, but I'll show you that when we reinstall them. This one you just got to pry out. It has no clips that are in its way. Just pop it right out. And look, we found another thing of money. Wow, this car's just filled with money. Probably been taking all of mine. We ran into the problem. So these seats are a lot lower than the Forester. So the Forester I could get a 14 mil in. It looks like I'm gonna have to go grab a wrench to get this one out. Once you have all four disconnected on your seat, you can take your seat, push it forwards, and then go at the connections on the bottom. Now I see a lot of questions about how to remove this one with the green little doodad on it. This one's actually relatively simple to do. So all you got to do is you pull this green thing up, you push down here, and then it'll let you pull it all the way up. And once you pull it all the way up, you can push down on this yellow tab a second time. But the one I was having trouble about isn't even that one. It's the one up here that I can't really get to, but I'll show you guys. It's got like a yellow and a white connector, and it's actually for the seat belt itself. And I have no idea how I pulled it out. So I'm just gonna play around again with the screwdriver. Instead of trying to access the plugs from the back, what I figured out is really easy, is you just take your seat, you flip it backwards, got way better access. Aha, I figured it out. There we go. Oh, so I definitely might have broke the other clip. We'll figure out how to fix it. But that's how you get it done. Right there is you stick your screwdriver in this little white thing right here. This white hole, kind of makes sense. And then you flex the clip itself. So focus camera. So you take this, you flex this like this, and then it just comes right out. Wow, that was easy. Now it's time to take the seat out, and I'm gonna take some towels and cover the bottom so we don't scratch up the bottom. But then we're just gonna pull it out and set it down and then do the same thing for the passenger side. There we go, we got one seat out. and one more to go, and then these come out super, super easy. The only issue here is we've got 2 bolts that could be totally sheared off, so we're gonna try to be very gentle with them and hopefully they don't break. Now it's time to take the connections off, so I'm just laying the seat back on the back seats, and you get much better access than laying them forward, so I would definitely recommend that. So it looks like, because this seat does not have a heated seat in it, all we have to do is take off this single airbag one, push up green, push down on the yellow, and then it goes all the way up and then pops right off. But the only way it will come out is if this green little switch right here, it's like a switch almost, goes to the very top of this. If it doesn't, there's no way you can get it out. But there we go, we have our last connection done, and it's time to pull out the last seat. People are always going for the lowest possible seating position. I think I topped this. I'm literally below the dash right now. But we've got all the seats out, or well, the 2 main seats, and then we just gotta pull the rears. Rears are super easy, I've done it about 50 times. And there we go, we got all the seats out of the STI and all the seats out of the Forester, which is awesome. So it looks pretty bare in here right now actually, which is awesome, and that's exactly what I want it to steam clean. So we're going to be steam cleaning the seats and actually all the carpet and all like everything that's fabric besides the headliner. And by doing that, it just freshens up the car and gets it a lot cleaner than it was before, even though the carpet on this car is actually in pretty good condition besides the rust. There is this right here where I sheared off the bolt, and what I'm ending up going to have to do is I'll probably end up just grabbing some vice grips and pulling it out. It's not going to be too bad, or it's not going to be even a video, because if you guys want, I'm not the best at pulling out strip stuff and sheared stuff, so go check out someone else's YouTube video where they can actually do it right. Also, what you'll see in next video, which will be, I believe, Friday, is we'll be cleaning up all these when we're steam cleaning them, all the little rusted brackets. I'm just going to take a wire wheel them all up, and then take some nice paint and repaint. But until next video where we do all that and a little bit more, peace out and stay humble.